What is this? Oh, the science of cheating. Who knew? Who knew there was a astral projection of the fat Buddha that says it is? Wow, who knew?
Significant other is taboo in almost all cultures, yet somehow adds flavor to the plot of movies and inspiration for countless.
Trauma. Just right off the bat, tell you it's trauma, horrendous trauma. What is this? What is this? What is this? Wow, who knew?
Songs about heartbreak. But why do people cheat in the first place? Is there a science behind it? Only about 3% of mammals are monogamous, meaning they.
So the question, is there a science behind it? Question mark. And now they bash you with numbers. 3% are monogamous.
Stay with one partner their whole life, and humans fall into this category. From an evolutionary perspective, it creates an advantage where one partner can protect the younglings while the other searches for food and provides.
Oh, of course. The 3%! The top 3%! Say no to the top 1%, but yes to the top percent, because somehow it includes us. So yes, we say yes to us. And then we say which percentage of us we say is okay. Smashed. Of all the things that we've gathered and hunted, smashed. What's going on? Just trawling. Bloodbath is what's going on. Telling you that humans started off because it was just an advantage. Well, you had one that protected and one that just left babies on the ground. Smashed.
Provides resources, but somehow extra pair mating or cheating is a fairly common human behavior. The gene code.
Oh, so they know that just bash apes cheated on each other and it was just natural behavior.
Coding for a dopamine receptor plays a key role in cheating for men and women. Sometimes called the happy hormone, it's released after pleasurable activities like exercise, eating food, and
So just relentless chasing the dragon. So they're saying cheating is just feeling that dopamine rush. And then if you have it in a stable monogamous relationship, you're going to seek it elsewhere. What a shame. What a shame. It couldn't be that you've always had what you call consciousness, awareness, self-awareness. But no, somehow it just bashed into you through some bash mouse and some bash half-trawled ape and bird brain smashed with some, who knew, whatever you want to throw in the piece. And pump it and smoke it, because you truly have to be in a state of dopamine to actually believe all this. And you do, because it's a constant thrill, because you're always given interesting stories. Yes, and this is just another addition to the story you already believe. Or wait, did you? Maybe you didn't even know, and now it's this. Yes, it's this. Amazing.
orgasming. And one study found that 50% of people who possessed the long allele variant of this gene had cheated on their partner, compared to only 22% of people who have the short allele.
Right, so people who seek more thrills tend to cheat more, and people that don't seek thrills as much don't cheat as much. And all it's saying that it goes back to this receptor of dopamine. Whoa! Smashed. Smashed.
The long allele participants also had a tendency to be risk takers and succumb to addictive behaviors such as alcoholism. Perhaps the phrase, once a cheater, always a cheater, may have a basis in reality.
Oh, may have a basis in reality. It couldn't be that a cheater is everyone. Yes, it is. Abusers of the flesh. cheaters of the life, all thinking they're playing the game of life. Wow, what a shame. And it's just a relentless bashing and guzzling down. But all because you relentlessly believe that life is a thrill to be just filled and experienced to the fullest. Experience upon experience upon experience. Oh, so many experiences. Yes, 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 yes. Smashed.
May have a basis in reality. Levels of the hormone vasopressin also play a role. Similar to oxytocin, which is sometimes called the cuddle hormone, vasopressin can affect trust, empathy, and social bonding. In fact, injecting vasopressin directly into a polygamous Montaigne Voles reward center increases the likelihood of it becoming monogamous. People with autism also have lower vasopressin levels.
Vasopressin. Just inject it directly into your bloodstream. Wow, so they're telling you this is all the alchemy we know.
Affecting their ability to understand social cues. And in 2014, a study involving over 7,000 Finnish twins found that cheating women had a variant in the gene that codes for a vasopressin receptor, further suggesting that low levels of vasopressin have an influence on cheating.
Oh, they couldn't wait. Just relentless correlation upon correlation. Smash, smash, smashed.
May also be a factor. Males who earn significantly more than their female counterpart are more likely to cheat, but they're also more likely to cheat on their wives if they're stay-at-home dads. Only when both partners have similar earning potential do the chances of either cheating decrease significantly.
Wow. So go out there and make as much money together and you won't cheat on each other. Smashed.
Of course, many other life factors can lead to infidelity, from unresolved emotional issues, baggage from past relationships, and excessive alcohol intoxication. Unfortunately, same-sex partnerships have not been studied enough to gain any clear insights, highlighting how scientific research continues to exclude specific minority groups.
Perhaps, or because it just doesn't matter to them. Why is it so hard to believe? I mean, trauma's trauma. Your pet dies and you cry. The same person that you say you loved goes and you cry. So victimhood, why does it matter if it not enough studies have done with this and that? No, wow. Aren't they supposed to be the same? Oh no, it's different, it's different. Well, I thought they were the same. That's what you've been boasting the whole time. So what's going on? The embrace of just the same love that everyone just dishes out and just smashed. The love of the world who know it deceives and bashes and breaks whatever you think this is. All because of this and this. Who knew? Trauma and more trauma. Wow. Smash.
Groups. Either way, cheating is clearly based in biology and genetics for some of us.
For some of us. It's clearly based on biology. Smashed. It is not. Just because some bash thing says, oh, this and that, it could be anything. Why not say one will have preference to this cereal than the other? Why? Why not say that? Oh, because it's not correlated. How is it? How is it not correlated if all these people with that same thing, they prefer this cereal? It's correlated. So what are you saying? Nothing. Some bash. Oh, just inject it, and it makes them do this. Maybe because they're plastered. Maybe they have no clue what's going on. Maybe it's fear. Who knew? No, it just makes them go and just mate with one person. What's going on? And there's this other thing that if injected into the bloodstream, makes you just cheat relentlessly. What? Smashed. It's all pursuit of some bashed image and self-fulfillment and gratification of some worth. Bashed. And all because you think it's unfulfilled somewhere, or that you fulfill it somehow doing said bashed justified bash. Okay.
In spite of being a monogamous species. Special thanks to Audible for support.
Oh, in spite of being. Wow. So the rebel in you is just there. Despite you being this way. So despite you being a monogamous species. Wow, they couldn't wait. a monogamous species, but you cheat relentlessly. It's okay. Just you just have more of this gene and less of that one, or the inverse, or this or that, or this and this and that. So don't worry. Whatever the case, and we need more studies because clearly shows how we don't care about these minorities. What are you talking about? Smashed. Why don't you study the relationships of children and their pets and goldfish with humans and all these other ones? Why don't you include all of those as well and see how you cheat relentless over and over again? Crimson and Clover, bloodbath, trawled, defiled, hook and bait, just netted with a wide net, the wide cast, the overthrow, the lob, the soft pull. Who knew? But it's all audible to you at .com. Who knew? And yes, say, oh, it is normal. Is it? It's a question. They don't know. They just presented some bash statistic at the beginning. 3%. And then 22% and 50%. And then it increases in number the more you inject. Wow. What a shame. What a shame.
Recording this episode and giving you a free audiobook at audible.com/ASAP. This week, we wanted to recommend the book Super Better, where author and game designer Jane McGonigal explains how to cultivate greater resiliency in everyday life by using mental strengths you apply to gameplay.
Oh, of course, because that's what they worship. The super better. And that's your target. Your relentless yellow target of yellow shamanism. Yay! You are the gold. You are the gold. You are transforming. What a shame. A revolutionary approach to getting stronger, happier, braver, and you guessed it, more resilient. Asterix. Powered by the science of games. Wow, couldn't wait. The science of games, everyone. Who knew? Who knew there was a science to snakes and ladders? Oh no, it couldn't be. It couldn't be. Smashed.
You can get a free copy at audible.com/ASAP or any others of your choice from a massive selection. We love them as they're great when you're on the go. And subscribe for more weekly science videos.
Bash.
The short allele. The long allele participants, always a cheater,
Might
always
as well say always a cheater, and I'm gonna do relentless cocaine day in and day out because it just makes me feel good, and it makes me smash it, or whatever. It's the same thing. And of course, you have the rabbits just going at it, just plain sight. But they're in a species that's monogamous, according to whatever bash science. The the whole thing that you see today is a defiance, a rebel, to go against which that it is. Who knew that there are men and women? Who knew? And they bring life forth. Who knew? And either they're in truth or they're in defilement. Who knew? And every life that is brought forth will experience and live through the trauma of the world. If not instructed and protected from the truth that the Father worships and loves with all his heart, and loves his wife relentlessly forever. For he knows and fulfills. There's nothing missing. Only certainty in a home that is filled with the love of the Father. Who knew? If the love of the Father is void from the home, there's only but just dismay, bloodbath. And it's not the false love of the father, of just the biological father. Because, again, as far as modern standards, it's just relative. It's just daddy's little boy, daddy's little girl. It's just mash, nothing. No. The unconditional love that is here to instruct, guide, filleth with wisdom of the Creator, not of man. So as a child may endure life and not be lost in its defilement, trying to overcome it by worshipping their own image, thinking they are the lifeline. They are the ship that they're building and they're going to stay afloat with it. No, it defileth. And would shapeshift to tell you whatever it is that you fear, that you will build an image to withstand whatever it is that you fear. But no. Fear is not. Fear in itself is basically the state of being without that certainty of life everlasting. Who knew? Call it whatever you want. It's just the state and the behavior associated with believing yourself void of the true promise, life everlasting. And that life brings forth relentlessly. And that there is a way through the truth. Who knew? That is the life that you get to see in this flesh, in this life. Yet it's a spiritual battle. And you've succumbed to some image of what it is. This and this. And somehow this. The intertwining, spiraling serpent. Wow, who knew? Who knew that you believe the serpent that just draweth? And that you are it all just created all life. But who knows, it just smashed itself into being.